Hello, Blizzard fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Blizzard upload. This is a game between Hydra and Polt on Coda, the latter edition. This is from their best of 3 semifinal series from the recently completed World Championship series that wrapped up June 28th. I'm really excited to bring you this. Hydra may be my favorite player right now in the Starcraft universe. And I'll explain to you why in just a little bit. In the bottom right of Coda, the latter edition, we have the red Zerg player. It is Hydra. And in the top left of Coda, the latter edition, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Polt. Now again, Hydra is just an aggressive Zerg. He's on a tear. He's won a couple championships recently. He's placed high in a couple as well. He's just, again, I like the aggression. I don't like Zergs that kind of sit back and play super passive all the time. I like to see them get out there and actually swarm against players. So that Hydra does this is very fun to watch indeed. And this WCS was actually a pretty darn amazing tournament. You had players like Lilbo and Starbust, and Mana was here. You also had 4GG, Major, Bunny. Who else was here? Zenicider, Violet showed up, Jaedong, Hydra, obviously, TLO, Rhett, Snoot, Sen, Patreus. I mean, the names go on and on and on, and the winner of this tournament did a really good job. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but I'm going to bring you maybe 2 or 3 of the series from this particular championship, just to give you an idea of the current state of Heart of the Swarm as we get into Legacy of the Void. So here we are doing fairly standard stuff from our Terran player. It is a Reaper expand. Boom, called it. Reaper popping on out. We have the spawning pool is finished. Gas coming out as well. Queen's going to be a little bit late. Let's slow things down and bring us back to the Reaper because they are fun to watch. They have jetpacks, they jump up on stuff, and they like to kill things. Now, I'm going to try to get in here and kill some of these workers, but again, this is how you deal with this as a Zerg player. You get out a few Zerglings. They don't have speed yet, obviously not, because you don't have the gas to do so, but you just kind of chase the Reaper on and off the creep. You don't ever extend past the creep because then you lose your speed bonus, and if the Reaper wants to stick around, go ahead and get a couple pot shots off on him if you can. Ooh, transferring drone. No, get out of there, guy. No big deal. So again, you pretty much are just buying time for the Queen to come out, and then the Queen pops out, and the Reaper is not able to do anything. If you do good angle management with the Queen, take good, basically go to good places to defend against this particular harassment. The Reaper does have a single kill, but that is a Zergling, and that is something that Hydra will definitely live with. Another Queen at the top of the ramp, shooing him away. A couple Lings get in here, and actually do manage to deny this command center just for a little bit. The Marines pop out and say, you can't do that to us. But either way, they're going to try. They do manage to snipe down the SCV. They split and go their different ways just to scout things out. This Zergling says, okay, there are Marines at the top of this ramp. This guy running around and says, I hope the Reaper doesn't find me. I hope he doesn't find me. A juke to the left. But no, unfortunately, I think this guy's going to die. He turns around trying to get a couple pot shots off at least on the Reaper, but then he explodes as well. Reapers do have that combat drug ability. Is that what it's called? Yeah, regenerates life quickly when out of combat, just like Mutalisks have. They regenerate very, very quickly, back up to full health already on that guy. Didn't take a whole lot of damage from the Zergling, but that is okay. Metabolic boost just about to wrap up for the Zerg player. These Lings are going to be a lot more dangerous when that happens, but I don't think there are enough to actually get a full surround on that Reaper, even with the speed. And there they are, going to try to get out, going to try to get him anyway. And no, but there are Hellions shooing those guys away. Again, pretty standard stuff here from Polt, playing as well as he usually does against Zerg. He's a very solid Terran player. He was a terror back in 2012, 2013. He isn't quite as dominant now as he was, but still very scary for any Zerg to go up against him. His just positioning is so good. It looks like there was a pause. The game has been recovered from a replay. Yeah, there we go. So a bit of a pause. We're back on board now, though. Polt and Hydra both saying we are ready to go. What is Hydra doing? Roaches at this point. All right. Taking a third base. Not really getting a lair quite yet. And the Hellions trying to burn down these creep tumors a little bit too late to do so. He doesn't want to use a scan quite yet to take those down, but the creep spread is so important for Hydra. The bigger this is, the farther out it extends, the less likely these Hellions are going to be brave enough to come in and try to kill workers. Because if you come in with these Hellions all the way in here and try to kill guys, and there's like a huge swell of Lings, 16, 20, 30 Lings, you're going to get caught and trapped before you can escape. But if the creep is only to like right here, there's less room you have to run before the speed boost actually disappears for the Lings, and they can't quite catch you as easily out here on the gray stuff. Gray stuff? Sand stuff, rather? I don't know, brown stuff. Going to try to take down this hatchery. That is not going to happen because the roaches are swinging around from the top side, doing a quick focus on that Reaper. Not quite able to get it. They're all going to run away. None of them are going to die. We're doing a small drop here. Does get scouted by the Overlord. It's Marines and a Hellion and a Medevac going to try to get up into the main, I have to imagine, but the response is here with a ton of Lings. And actually might just head on home. Medevac not taking an angle towards much of anything at all. What's he doing back in his base? Looks like another command center is on the way, going to take his third, likely right here. This is a popular place for Terrans to take that third base. Getting stim now as well. Popping up barracks, going to be bio play. We have seen this quite a bit. This ZVT bio position, it's going to depend on Baneling hits. It's going to depend a lot on Widowmine hits as well. Actually, is there? Yes, there's a factory now. And actually a starport. So yeah, factory's been here for a while. Making a reactor, probably for double pumping Widow Mines, I have to imagine. Marauders coming out as well. Scouting Overlord, just trying to get out of the way because there is a Viking out on the field now. He doesn't want to die to that. And where did that Medevac go? Did it go all the way home? Yeah, it looks like it did. So Polt not actually able to harass Hydra very much at all, which is not where you want to be as a Terran player. You want to get in there and kill those drones because then you're going to be down like this, 58 to 45 workers at the 9-minute mark here in this replay. Zergling's kind of making sure no Hellions can swoop around. Picking up a Medevac up here for Polt. Going to try to do this around the right side, get spotted by this Ling possibly, while an attack comes up the front with the Hellions and the Reapers. So it's a Medevac play with a Viking. We have 4 Marines and 2 Marauders in there. And what's the answer going to be? I don't know if we actually have any defense back in the main. This drop might be able to do a lot of damage. Okay, swinging on up. Here come the Lings. Going to try to deal with this. And what's the answer going to be? There we go. Dropping right on top of these guys as they come out. The Marines die immediately. The Marauders get the heck out of there. The Medevac boosts away as fast as she can. Going to try to deny this third, possibly with these Lings. Could do it, but they're not in quite the right place to do it. I think they're just scouting instead. Glial reconstitution for those roaches about to come up. Stim pack just about to finish as well. These Lings are going to die in flames, and they do. The Hellions doing their job, taking down those light units. And Hydra really not showing. There we go. There's a Spire. I was going to say not teching a lot, but there we go. Basically, going to have those mutas out fairly soon. It is going to be a, yeah, there's the centrifugal hooks. Mutiling, Baneling type defense type attack against this continuing pressure from these Marines and Marauders and Widow Mines. And doing a pretty good job killing a couple workers there. Not fantastic. And just escaping out of there. Not going to waste too many Lings on this attack. Pretty much conceding the third base is now up for Polt because there is a bunker. That makes it pretty much Zergling run-by proof. These are hard to kill. They do a lot of damage as well, especially considering, I think we're working on +2 here. Are we? No, actually, +1's not quite finished for the infantry for Polt, but that is okay. What's over here? Viking just scouting things out, trying to see what he can see. He could kill some Overlords if there were any. Dinkelberg? I don't know. Weird meme reference. And, whoa, that's pretty cool. Look at that thing. It's like a science vessel with pipes coming out of it. And either way, push coming up the middle. Let's actually watch the Starcraft, shall we? Here come the Marines coming forward as usual, scanning, trying to take down those creep tumors, doing a pretty good job of it, but then running away because there are Banelings here. They do have speed. There are a ton of Lings. There are mutas as well. And Polt says, you know what? Let's actually go home. A few Widow Mine shots getting off, but really nothing of import. Are these Hellions just going to die? They do. 2 of them just die. 3 of them die. Major Zergling run by here. That's what actually forced Polt back. I missed that. Only 4 SCVs died, though. Not necessarily game-ending. But still, a pretty nice run by there. The front door was left open by Polt. The Lings got in, killed a few guys, and forced the army back. That's what you want to do as Zerg. You do not want the Terran army sitting on your front door, constantly receiving reinforcements. You want him back here, where it's a lot safer. The Lings swinging on in. Baneling hits are pretty darn good, but the splits are actually pretty good as well. What is left here? Enough Marines to deal with the remaining Roaches and Mutalisks, and they retreat. The Swarm tries to get out of here before things go too much more worse for them. This 4th base just about to finish for Hydra. In production are Mutalisks, a ton of Banelings, 9 Banelings morphing, 26 Lings as well. We're going to push the advantage Polt? No, we're not. We're going to take this All-Nugga Watchtower, move on back. Is this supply depot is still up? Actually opening... kind of playing with the supply depot open and close method or feature there is Polt. But either way, small group here, I think that might actually get annihilated. Mutalisks fly in and say, no, 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 that's too many Marines for us. We're going to get the heck out of here. And coming along the right side, instead of coming up the middle where the Zenlaga Watchtower is held by Polt, Hydra instead going to send that Zergling counterattack around the right side again. But again, this is a fantastic wall. Really hard for Lings to get through. Muta scouting things out over here. I don't think they want to deal with this immediately and directly. But again, having a 4th base is really nice for Hydra. Does he have enough queens for this? He has 3 queens. So actually, no, does not have a 4th. There we go. Actually, in production is that queen, just as we were speaking. Good for him. Muta's flying around. Overseer a little bit slow. Might get stimmed and killed. And yes, the stim comes out. The Marines take it down. It explodes into the air. Muta actually gets caught as well. Muta's trying to fly in, trying to get some kills. Actually able to get a bit of harassment off. Not killing a single worker, though. Nope. Nope, nope. Good response there from Polt, knowing exactly what's going on, setting up the stim Marines with the combat shield to deal with that. Group over here with Banelings trying to roll in. I guess maybe they could destroy this and this with the Banelings and then come in and try to kill the rest of the workers as well, but might be more of an investment than Hydra wants to make. Big swell of Lings and Roaches and Banelings split up here with a bit of a concave. We're going to try to run here with an initial group of Marines first. Immediately pulls back. They do not want to get surrounded. A Thor here, though, going to go down. The Lings destroying it along with the Roaches. Baneling hits are huge, taking out a lot of Marines. The remaining Marines are cleaned up by the Lings, and that approach did not go very well for Polt at all. Widowmine's getting a couple of hits off. The reinforcing units getting killed as well. These Banelings saving themselves for reinforcing units as well, pushing on up his Hydra right to the front door of Polt. The medevacs are forced to retreat. This Thor pops out and immediately dies. Yes, gets picked up, but then ends up dead. The Mutalisks killing everything at the front door, and Polt calls the GG. Hydra is victorious and does take that 1-0 lead here. So, alright, interesting opening here by Hydra, just really defending super well against the aggression of Polt early on, and then just amazing splits, amazing hits with his Banelings. He had just enough mutas to clean up things in the air and the remaining Marines on the ground, and then finally saw his opening, pushed on up, and won the game. So, fantastic play. Again, he leads 1-0. It is the best of 17. Why does it say that? That is weird. It's actually a best of 3, so not a super long series. We'll have to see if Polt can even it out in game number 2. But either way, thank you so much for watching. This has been Falcon Paladin. As always, you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. And until next time, you take care of yourself.